What is up, my dudes? Welcome back to Storytime with your favorite Reddit fairy. My name is Lorna, and today we're getting into some r/ChoosingBeggars. I've got 6 stories. The top 5 stories of the day, plus one extra, and then plus one extra that I found on Facebook that seems to hit really close to home for me. So if you want to stick around for those 2 bonus, or, even for any of this episode, I greatly appreciate it. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. A nice choosing beggar, posted by user BS for fun. So this morning, I left my place to get a coffee, and I hear someone calling me from behind in the street. Choosing beggar. Hey! Hey! Do you have some... While walking towards me. Me. Sorry, what? Choosing beggar. Do you have some... He repeats. Me. I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're asking. Choosing beggar. Do you have some food? Me. No, I'm sorry, but I'm going for a coffee. I can buy you something there if you want. Choosing beggar. No, I want a McDonald's. Can we go there? The McDonald's is 200 meters away. Me. No, mate, that's not my direction, and I don't have much time. Choosing beggar. Do you have £2 so I can buy something there? Me. Sorry, mate, I don't carry cash, but if you're really hungry, just come with me. Choosing beggar. No, that's okay, thank you. Then he left. He wasn't upset or anything. Not aggressive at all. I thought it was an interesting type of choosing beggar for once. These are the kind that I would probably feel a little bit bad for, and then make it, my mission to go with him, the 200 meters. That's not that far. But yeah, I don't know. That was a cute little story. So let's get into the next one, shall we? Can I have a whole new website for free? Posted by user Uncertain Weasel. I don't think this qualifies as choosing beggar, but hear me out. 6 years ago, in a period of unemployment, I agreed to make a new website for a friend's friend. Pretty big website, a lot of work, a lot of images and functionality for all of $300 USD in 2014. The website was almost finished, including a custom-made from scratch online store. And then the guy disappeared because he got sick. Didn't hear from him in 5 years. The site was delivered to him. He had access to it all. I didn't even have the original code anymore. Then, a few weeks ago, he contacts me that his health is better now and he'd like his website finished. All it needed at the time was his PayPal info for payments. Only turns out he wants a whole new website with even more custom work. And I'm supposed to do it for free because he paid me $300 USD in 2014. I tried to help him set up the old website for free, but no. He wanted a whole new one, including new graphics I had to make, etc. Yeah, no. Apparently, I'm a crook. What is with these? This reminds me of the person that wanted to write a book, and she had the contract with the editor, I believe it was. It was an illustrator. Yeah, they had a contract with the illustrator to illustrate 20 pages, and then tries to add a whole bunch more in a new book years later, and saying, I already paid you. No. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. You want more work done than that was already done, you have to pay for it. You have to pay for that person's time. End of story. You got what you were asked them to do. Well, you didn't because you didn't pay for it. Or he did. I don't know. Wait. Now I'm confused. Did he pay for it? Because it said that he was waiting for his PayPal for payments. Or did he pay it? Now I'm confused. I don't know. You guys make sense of this. Let me know in the comments how you took this. Did he pay? I'm really confused about that. I think he should update this one. All right, let's get into the next one. All right, this next one is already at 7.3 thousand upvotes, and it has only been posted about 12 hours ago. So let's get into someone who walked out on their bill called the restaurant the next day to ask for their server to be fired in lieu of paying their bill. Posted by user Dope Yeti. My coworker, Sarah, name changed, had a walkout last night. All walkouts suck, but this one was very different. The table that walked out included 3 20-something-year-olds, 2 guys and a girl. The girl happened to go to high school with my coworker who was serving them. The two spent a good portion of the night catching up, having a good time, and everything was going smoothly. After ordering $80 worth of food and drinks, the table walked out on their bill. Sarah was pissed. Since we scan and save IDs at my bar, we permanently flag anyone who has walked out on their tab and ban them from re-entry. Unless, of course, they come back to pay their tab and apologize for their lapse in judgment. The ID saving system is also linked with other bars in the city that use the same brand. So if someone were to be banned from our bar, all other participating bars would be notified and able to ban them as well. Sarah figured she'd message this girl on Facebook and let her know she should come back in and pay her bill to save her from that major inconvenience, instead of telling her that she was a huge piece of shit. But my coworker kept it cordial. The girl never responded to my friend. The next day, however, the girl who walked out called the restaurant asking to speak to the manager. My manager, a seasoned vet who doesn't take shit from anyone, answered the phone. Every morning, he reads over the log from the night before, so he knew of everything that went down, including the walkout. However, he wasn't aware that Sarah had messaged this girl on Facebook. The girl proceeded to log a complaint about a server who waited on her the previous night. Your server, Sarah, found me on social media and harassed me. It was really unprofessional, and I'm super creeped out by it. You shouldn't employ people who stalk their customers and send them threatening and offensive messages. My manager, somewhat shocked at first, was about to find out more information about this cyber harassment, but remembered that Sarah was the server with the walkout from the night before. I apologize if you felt uncomfortable by one of our servers' actions, but harassment sounds unusual for Sarah. She was one of our best servers. What exactly did Sarah say in these messages? She said I needed to come in and pay my tab or she would ban me from every bar in the city and I'd never be able to eat out again. My manager paused. What do you think she meant by pay your tab? Well, we didn't pay our tab. Completely blown away, my manager didn't know how to respond. So, I'm going to need you to pay your tab. And here is where this girl went from complete idiot to a complete idiot trying to be a delusional choosing beggar. Well, I am not paying for our tab now. No way. I am not going to give money to a restaurant who employs people who harass customers. I'm honestly so scared and creeped out that I'm going to call the police. Actually, the only way I won't call the police is if you promise you're going to fire this server. So, you're not going to pay the tab that you walked out on? No. Are you even listening to me? You guys should be paying me for what I went through. You should be lucky that all I'm asking for is your server to be fired, so I won't call the police. To buy some time to unpack the crazy my manager just heard, he told this chick that he'd talk it over with the supervisors and he would call her back. Sarah happened to be working that day, so he asked to see the Facebook messages. Sarah sent this girl exactly one message that said, "Hey, you walked out on your tab with me. You can come in and pay it tomorrow. Just make sure you come in because the ID system will ban you from our place and maybe other bars if you don't pay." My manager called this psycho back. "Ma'am, I just read the messages Sarah sent you on Facebook. Sarah was trying to help you. We ban people from our bar who walk out on their tabs. So when would you like to pay the $80 plus an added 20% gratuity?" No. Sarah should never have messaged me in the first place. My social media profile is private. I want her fired. Well, that's not happening, and we'll be banning you and your friends if you don't pay your bill. The girl was screaming at this point. I'm calling the police for harassment and piracy. You looked at my private messages. I'm not paying. My manager, laughing in complete shock. Okay, go for it. Tell them we'd love to talk to them too. Enjoy your day. What crazy is this? Wow. That's harassment. You can't look at my public profile on a public social media site. Oh my god, people, these choosing beggars are just, I don't know, man. Maybe they were born with one less brain cell or like two that connect that shouldn't or something. I don't know. All right, let's get into the next one. Beggar wants a personal chauffeur, free food, and their Christmas gifts. Posted by user Fortunatissimo. TLDR at the end. So, some context. My best friend, B, just moved into a small house with her boyfriend, Don. They are nowhere near rich, but B has a car and a full-time job teaching at a preschool, and Don is a mechanic. They're getting by. Before moving in with B, Don lived with his beggar and her kids. I met them last Thanksgiving, and they acted rude and impatient when B, the hostess, wasn't able to drive them back right away because an elderly guest got sick, and one of her little shithead kids would not stop kicking my kitten. Speaking of kids, the beggar is pretty much just raising a bunch of mini beggars, except that one cat kicker. He's just ascending to the ranks of serial killer, I'm pretty sure. As I've mentioned, B is a preschool teacher, and she's responsible for buying/making all the things needed for activities in her classroom. Not an easy feat when you have 20 kids to provide for. A few weeks before Christmas, B and her boyfriend visited the beggar, and she proceeds to invite herself and all of her mini beggars out to Christmas shopping with them. Because Beggar doesn't have a car, she took this opportunity to make B take her to get groceries, buy cigarettes, and get alcohol, despite not saying anything about gas money, nor caring that all of these destinations were on the opposite side of town to where they wanted to go. After B and Don did their shopping, they planned on getting dinner at a chain restaurant they had a gift card for. Beggar again invited herself along, so the bill was about 3 times what B and Don could afford, since Beggar and all 3 of her mini beggars ordered full meals and appetizers. When the waitress asks how they wanted to split the bill, B mentions that she and her boyfriend have a gift card, so they'd like it split, trying to politely say that they aren't paying for Beggar's meals. When the bill comes, B gives them the gift card, while Beggar is digging around in her purse because she conveniently lost her credit card and didn't have cash. Don, who tolerates her begging ways more than B, offers to get her bill. Beggar says nothing about paying him back. After shopping, they go back to B's house so Don and Beggar can smoke because they're into that. She also helps herself to his stuff without asking, while B is left to watch the mini beggars. Don and Beggar are smoking in the office because it's well ventilated and B doesn't like the house smelling. B uses the office to store things for a classroom, and at this moment, she had about 20 child-sized painting easels leaning against the desk, a gift from her mother because B doesn't have the money for easels made specifically for classrooms. Apparently, classroom-tailored items like furniture are extremely expensive. Beggar sees these and immediately says how mini beggar number 3 has wanted an easel for Christmas, and maybe she could have one of theirs because Beggar can't afford an easel, what with all her money going towards stuff to smoke, cigarettes, alcohol, and all of the other stuff she needed that day. Dawn tries telling her that they were a Christmas gift meant for B's preschoolers and she couldn't have one. Beggar kept bringing up how badly Mini Beggar wants this painting easel for Christmas and how she feels bad that she can't get one for her. After they finish smoking, Beggar is still going on about this easel and tried shaming B into giving her one because you don't need 20 easels. B again explains they're for her preschoolers, and yes, she does need 20 because she has 20 kids, so they can all paint for an activity instead of just a few at a little table. Beggar continues to complain and even gets her mini beggars to go along with it because they all want an easel really, really badly. B finally confronts Beggar to drop the issue as she's the one who drove her begging ass around all day, paid for she and her kids' meals, and now she has the audacity to try and take away one of B's Christmas gifts meant for a preschool classroom? Beggar rounds up her minis and says she wants to leave, and B just shrugs and says she's tired, call an Uber. She's done chauffeuring her around for free. Beggar does, still complaining about the easels while waiting for the Uber, and has the audacity to ask B for a ride to work the next morning. TLDR, Beggar and her kids mooch my friend for a ride around town, a free meal, and then tries to take an easel friend received as a gift for her preschool classroom. Okay, I'm a little confused about this a little bit because who is this woman? Are they actually just friends? What is she, an aunt? Is she a grandmother? Is she like a dead wife's mother? Like why does she feel so entitled? I don't get it. Dawn in the I don't know. I don't understand who is this beggar is to them. Why is he doing this for them? I don't know. I think I need more information. It's just not enough to go on. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get on to the next one. My Choosing Beggar story from over 20 years ago. Posted by user Shitty Start to 2017. Yes, Choosing Beggars have been around for at least that long. So here's the story. In the mid-90s, I started up a small business selling servers, desktops, laptops, and doing basic office networking, connecting offices to the internet, setting up their email domains and servers. Fun stuff. It was just me at the time. Anyway, about 2 to 3 years in, somehow I make connection with a potential sales lead, the local owner of a small accounting firm. If I had to guess, they maybe had 50 to 100 employees. He had an idea where he wanted to provide an online system for his clients to review confidential documents, taxes and stuff. And I had enough familiarity with web servers, still relatively new in the mid-90s, and RSA's Secure ID two-factor auth suite, that I felt pretty confident I could build the system for him. Doing something with two-factor authentication back in those early days would be really cool, so I was kind of excited about the project. We agreed to meet so that I can dig into the requirements he has in mind. So we meet at his office. Nice enough place, not terribly fancy, but not shabby either. You'd be perfectly comfortable letting these folks handle your finances. ChoosingBeggar owner and I sit down in the main conference room, and I start going through all sorts of questions to gather requirements from him. After about 10 to 15 minutes, I think I have good enough sense of what he wants. So I told him that since I'm sure he was busy, I didn't need to take up any more of his time, and that I had enough to at least go and build an initial quote and let him know that this will all cost him and what the turnaround time would be. That's when it all began. He spends the next few minutes talking about some National Accountants Association and how he is the president of the association and that he's just absolutely certain that if other accounting firms found out about this, they would want systems like that too. Oh, that's cool, I thought to myself initially. He's offering to help me find even more business. Oh boy, was I kidding myself. That's when the other shoe dropped. ChoosingBeggar owner basically says, "Well, I'm the president of the association, and this could get you a lot more business. I wasn't really planning to pay for this system," or something to that effect. He was more tactful than I'm rephrasing it, but his intention was clear. So let's be clear. ChoosingBeggar owner wanted me to buy servers, storage, networking gear, etc. out of my own pocket and basically give that all to him, along with my time, to integrate all the components to build this two-factor authentication secure financial document system and just give it all to him for exposure. I was hungry for business, and honestly, if he had at least offered to pay for the gear so that I wasn't out of pocket any money, I might have considered it, because it really would have been a cool project in the mid-90s. But once it became clear he didn't even want to pay for the gear, I simply let him know that we've clearly had a significant misunderstanding of each other in our conversations to date, and that I didn't need to waste any more of his time, and that I won't be sending a quote since he obviously didn't want one. Couldn't believe he wasted my time like that, and I'd totally forgotten about that story until I found this sub a couple of months ago. Oh my god, this is somebody in finances? Are you for real? I mean, that sounds like it would have been a cool project. I hate two-factor authentication, but I love it at the same time. It's great because I mean, if, like, you're warned if somebody tries to log into your shit, you get, like, a notification on whatever device you set it up, and it asks you to authenticate that session or whatever, and you can choose to deny it or accept it. It's pretty awesome. But, yeah, this is, like, I do believe this. I really do. But I don't at the same time, because how? You work at a bank. You clearly have money there. Like, you, why are you being such a dick? Oh no. All right, my dudes, let's get into some bonus stories. But before I do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications to be notified of future videos just like this one. All right, let's get into it. Beggar wasn't happy with free money. Posted by user Penny Pickle. I was in town just before Christmas. A man approached me for spare change. I never have cash on me, and he just wouldn't take no for an answer. After his third time of asking, I shoved my hand in my pocket to see what change I actually had, and all I literally had was 80 pence. I handed it to him, quite apologetic. He then said, "Are you kidding me? What can I buy with this? A cup of coffee is nearly 3 quid. So, in a nutshell, Beggar was dissatisfied with what he was begging for. Naughty Philly says, the quintessential choosing beggar. I never give money, but if I have a bottle of water or a pack of soda in the back seat, I'll offer that. Luckily, I've never been turned down yet, and most open them as soon as I've given them over." And then Zortlord replies to Naughty Philly, "Be careful doing that. Oftentimes, a choosing beggar will forcefully throw the item back at you." And I can vouch for this. I have seen videos. Okay, who knows if those videos are actually true, my dudes, but I have seen videos of this happening. So yeah, just be kind, but be cautious. Be cautiously kind. All right, so let's get into the last one. The last one's going to be some screenshots. And this, I was dying laughing, and I was so proud of OP when I read this. Or not OP, yeah, OP, the original poster, the original text message sender. I was very proud at their responses. So let's get into that right now. Don't be this customer. "Hey, your blankets are amazing. Do you do commissions?" "Hello?" "Hi, sorry, I've been out of town with my fiance. Haven't been on Instagram much." "Well, that's not a very good business practice." "I beg your pardon?" "Not responding to potential clients." "I'm sorry. As I said, I was out of town with my fiance. Is there something I can do for you?" "Yes, a commission. That's why I messaged you in the first place." "Okay." "I want a blanket in a Catherine's wheel stitch. You do know what that is, right? Light gray, light blue, and cream. Oh, and I would like it made of natural fiber like wool or alpaca. None of that acrylic shit." "What size? And I'm going to need to know what type of fiber you want, because there's a big cost difference between wool, alpaca, and acrylic shit." "Wool. And it's going to be a blanket for the couch, so it needs to be big enough for 2 people to be under. So let's say 6 by 7. "So you want basically a queen-size blanket. Give me a couple hours and I'll get back to you on a price." "Okay." "Are you wanting thick or regular yarn?" "Regular? I don't want it super bulky." "Okay, I can make the blanket for $400. I require 50% upfront and the other 50% upon completion. It will probably take me 3 to 4 weeks to complete." "Huh? Are you for real?" "Yeah." "That is an insane amount of money for a fucking blanket. I can literally go to Walmart and get a blanket for $15. "Then go to Walmart and get a blanket."
"Huh? Seriously? How the fuck did you get that price? For a blanket?"
You want a blanket that is 100% wool, not acrylic or anything artificial. A blanket the size you want is going to require roughly 4,200 yards of yarn, which would require me to buy 20 skeins of wool. The wool is $8 per skein.
And that would come out to $160 then, not $400. Plus, craft stores are always having sales, so you could probably get the yarn for a lot less.
The other $240 is for my time.
That's insane. You're charging too much.
You want a wool blanket that is essentially queen size made of wool. You want a complex stitch that works up extremely slowly. A blanket as large as you are requesting in such a slow stitch will take me 120 to 150 hours. You're telling me that charging less than $2 an hour is
charging way too much? Other crocheters can make it for so much cheaper.
Then have it made by other crocheters.
You are insane. I can't believe you think $400 is a fair price. I need this blanket made. It's for my girlfriend. She's super ill, and I want her to have something nice.
That's unfortunate, but it's still going to cost you $400.
You're insane. You should give me a friends and family discount or something since you took forever to respond to me.
I charge friends and family more.
I'll tell you what. Here is what we are going to do. You make the blanket, get the yarn on sale only. When it's completed, I will pay you, but only when it's completed. I'll give you $70, which is more than generous.
No, you pay me $200 up front and $200 on completion. Then you pay shipping.
Why the fuck do I pay half up front, huh?
Because if you back out, I'm not $160 in the hole on yarn.
No, you're going to buy the yarn on sale.
Of course, I'm going to buy the yarn on sale, but I'm still going to charge you full price.
You're insane. I gave you a really generous offer. I'm going to report you. I'll make sure everyone knows your scam. You are charging way too much. Way too much.
Oh, no. Nobody will ever ask me to do a commission again. Don't do that. I'm begging you.
You're going to go out of business. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Whatever will we do now? You don't believe me?
Oh no. I do. I just don't care.
Fuck you. I will destroy your business.
Look at all the fucks I don't give. Dude, I don't have a business. I am a fucking flight instructor. Crochet is just my hobby. I take commissions on occasion, but I don't do crochet for an income. I don't even really want commissions that much. So if you want the damn blanket, then that's what I'm charging.
Fuck you. Then you should do it for free. You don't need the money.
Tell you what, I'll do it for $800. This is great. I wish there was an answer. Like, I wish there was a response after that. I really wish there was. But I freaking love it. She doubled the price, my dudes. That's how you gotta come at a choosing beggar. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like it, please smash that like button. Don't forget to leave a comment below. Tell me which one was your favorite story. And as always, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to be notified of future videos just like this one, so you never miss one. And as always, the links to these stories will be in the description, so head on over to Reddit and show those posters some love with some upvotes. You know they deserve it. And of course, don't forget to submit your stories, your photos, your memes, your little gifs. GIFs. I am fully appreciative of either of those pronunciations. I am not going to hate on anybody. But I say GIF, just so you guys know, if you ever wondered. Alright, my dudes, you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace out, my dudes.